Lesson 129. In this lesson, we're learning another adjective, and that's litus, lita, litum. Litus, lita, litum means happy. So in our exercises, we're going to have happy people like happy poets, happy farmers, and happy sailors. But remember what we learned in the last lesson, that poeta, agricola, incula, and nauta are actually masculine. So if they have adjectives with them, the adjectives will need to have masculine endings. So let's look at our exercises. In exercise number 1, sunt is the verb, puelli is the subject, and litai is the predicate adjective. So number 1 will say, the girls are happy. In number 2, est is the verb. It's being negated by non. Nauta is the subject, and litus is the predicate adjective. Litus has a masculine ending because it's describing a masculine word, nauta. So number 2 will read like this. The sailor is not happy. In number 3, arat is the verb, agricola is the subject, agrum is the direct object, and bestiis is in the ablative plural. The reason it's ablative plural is because it's an ablative of means. Walidis is also in the ablative plural because it's an adjective describing bestiis. So bestiis walidis will be translated like this, by means of strong beasts, or with strong beasts. So number 3 as a whole will read like this. The farmer is plowing the field with strong beasts, or the farmer is plowing the field by means of strong beasts. In number 4, narat is the verb, poeta is the subject, pueris is the indirect object, that's in the dative plural, litis is an adjective describing pueris, so litis is also in the dative plural, and fabulas is the direct object. So number 4 will say, the poet is telling stories to the happy boys. In number 5, we have 2 clauses, one before quod and one after quod. In the first clause, est is the verb, familia is the subject, agricolae is a genitive singular that's possessing familia, and lita is a predicate adjective. So this first clause will say, the family of the farmer is happy, or the farmer's family is happy. In the second clause, habent is the verb. There's no other word to be the subject in this second clause, so we'll need to use the word they that's included in habent. The they is referring back to the farmer's family. And we have 2 direct objects, cibum and pecuniamque. So this second clause will read, they have food and money. So number 5 as a whole will read like this. The family of the farmer is happy because they have food and money. Or, the farmer's family is happy because they have food and money. In number 6, the word said divides the sentence into 2 clauses. In the first clause, sunt is the verb, filii is the subject, agricolae is a genitive singular that's possessing filii, and walidi is a predicate adjective. So this first clause will say, the sons of the farmer are strong, or the farmer's sons are strong. In the second clause, amant is the verb. There's no other word to be the subject, so we'll use the word they that's included in amant, and the word they refers back to the sons of the farmer. Amant is being negated by non, and laborare is an infinitive that means to work. So the second clause will say, they do not like to work. So number 6 as a whole will say, the sons of the farmer are strong, but they do not like to work. In number 7, amo is the verb, spectare is an infinitive that means to watch, stellas is the direct object, and in kylo is a prepositional phrase. So number 7 will say, I love to watch the stars in the sky. In number 8, potestis means y'all are able. It's being negated by non. Arare is an infinitive that means to plow, and agros is the direct object. Sine viris is a prepositional phrase, and the object of the preposition sine is viris, and it's in the ablative plural. Walidis is an adjective that's describing viris, So it's also in the ablative plural. So number 8 will read like this. Without strong men, y'all are not able to plow the fields. In number 9, we have 2 clauses, one before quod and one after. In the first clause, sunt is the verb, puelli is the subject, and litai is a predicate adjective. So the first clause says, the girls are happy. In the second clause, ambulant is the verb. There's no other word here to be the subject, so we'll need to use the word they that's included in ambulant. And the word they refers back to the girls in the first clause. Ad actam is a prepositional phrase. So the second clause will say, they are walking to the seashore. So number 9 as a whole will say, the girls are happy because they are walking to the seashore. In number 10, we have 2 clauses, one before quod and one after. In the first clause, est is the verb, est is being negated by non, regina is the subject, and lita is a predicate adjective. So the first clause says, the queen is not happy. In the second clause, delent is the verb, bestii is the subject, and patriam is the direct object. So number 10 altogether will read like this. The queen is not happy because beasts are destroying the homeland.